Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Detroit basketball royalty returning to the Palace on the Pistons' final night, calling the arena home.
She already lost her baby boy to a brain tumor, and tonight Tammy Carr can't believe all the photos and video of her son Chad are gone as well.
And taking a look at 4 Live radar showing why the risk of storms remains overnight. Thanks for being with us for the news at 11. The weather tops our news here tonight.
Ben's keeping his eye on a couple of storm systems creeping our way. What's the latest, Ben?
Yeah, guys, so far most of the evening has been dry for a lot of us. The severe risk has actually been downgraded for most of southeast Michigan, now down to a marginal risk, but it's not completely zero overnight. We're starting to see a couple areas of showers and storms. We've been tracking some intense rainfall north of 69, but we're also watching some areas of thunderstorms really start to light up here across northern Indiana, southern Michigan. They're not severe. In fact, the closest severe storm is actually just northwest of Indianapolis. The other area we're watching is some intense downpours across the north zone. This is north of 69. Estimates of over 1 inch of rain have already fallen in parts of Genesee County. That's also where a flood watch is in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow, so we're going to continue to watch that. And of course, we'll track what's going to happen tomorrow morning. That is in your 4-zone forecast coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
More pain tonight for the family of Chad Carr. He was the grandson of Michigan football coach Lloyd Carr and the namesake of the Chad Tough Foundation, who died of a brain tumor in 2015.
While the family was away for spring break, someone broke into their home and took a safe containing 3 external hard drives, all the photos and videos of Chad. Our Mara McDonald is in Pittsfield Township tonight, and Mara, the Carrs weren't the only ones hit.
No, they weren't. Kimberly, no, they weren't actually. You know, Pittsfield Township PD and Ann Arbor PD say there were several homes that were broken into over spring break, and the thieves were targeting things like computers, things that they could sell. But what they took from the Carr family is something that would have absolutely no value to them, but means everything to this family.
It's mine.
They're back into the routine tonight, minus the post-vacation glow. The Carr family was in Florida for spring break, and while they were driving home, found out thieves targeted their house, stole her husband's car, some computers, and a small fireproof safe.
It was a cream-colored, not very large, portable safe. And the drives are just those 3 black portable external hard drives.
If those thieves thought they were going to get cash, they're sorely disappointed. Those hard drives and some paperwork were the only things in the safe. But for the Carr family, those drives are treasure. They hold all their photos and video of Chad, who died from a brain tumor after a valiant fight in 2015.
Those picture drives have our memories of our son. That's all we have left. How do you have a heart, Just leave them somewhere for someone to find.
Tammy doesn't care about the stolen car or anything else that was taken from the home. Those external hard drives are all that matter to her. Tonight, the reward for those drives is in the thousands of dollars and climbing.
I haven't been able to look through those things since Chad passed away. It's too hard. I figured I'd be ready at some point, and I really want to have that opportunity.
Back here live, here's the other concern. If those thieves realize that nothing in there, does them any good, have they dumped this small cream fireproof safe somewhere? That's the other thing that the Carr family would really ask that people keep an eye out for. They're hoping that somebody will come forward. Kimberly, Jason, back to you.
Now, Mara, I know earlier this evening we reported the reward for the hard drives was at $500, but you just said it's now in the thousands. What's going on with that?
Well, Tammy's phone has been blowing up since she put this out on social media, and all sorts of friends have been calling and saying, look, sign me up for $500, sign me up for $1,000. So at the end of the day, it's unclear how high this reward could go, but it will probably be several $1,000s. Back to you.
Hopefully they turn up. Okay, Mara, thanks.
It was truly the end of an era at the Palace tonight as the Pistons played their final game in Auburn Hills. It was very cool to see Dennis Rodman wearing the Bad Boys shirt again.
Yeah, cool. All the stars out there. Bernie's here now. Another loss, but still a reason to celebrate.
Well, yeah. I mean, neither team was really playing for anything tonight, but they opened the Palace in August of 1988, and tonight, nearly 30 years later, the Pistons played their final game there. It was bittersweet, it was melancholy, and it was quite a goodbye. We've got highlights of some of the big names who turned out tonight, including Isaiah Thomas. He was there along with Ben Wallace. Those are the men and many others who helped provide so many thrills and evenings of excitement in Auburn Hills, but that has now come to an end and a new adventure about to begin. Well, the Pistons are coming back downtown after being in the suburbs, leaving the suburbs nearly 40 years ago. First to the Silverdome, then the Palace. So standing by live at the Palace with what was an extraordinary night, closing night, is Jermont Terry. Good night all around, huh, Jermont?
You got that right, Bernie. Now, this was truly a star-studded event. The legends were out, but you have to keep in mind that the true stars here at the Palace have been the fans all these years. And of course, tonight being the final night, those stars came out as well. It's a goodbye party in true Pistons fashion.
I was here 89, 90, 2004. So yes, I'm going to miss the Palace.
And so are the thousands who packed the Palace for the star-studded send-off. These boys rode in the car 9 hours with Dad from New York.
Looking forward to coming to this game.
Why?
Because this is the last Auburn Hills game.
This is a history lesson tonight, and they're seeing it they're listening to me, they're seeing it from the videos on the scoreboard.
Throughout the night, the Glory Day clips were shown, and it was more than just the fans having the ball.
We on cloud 9. Maybe 19.
Maybe 19. Seeing all the old clips and everything.
Well, not only seeing old clips, but just being able to laugh and talk with everybody.
It wasn't enough clips with me, though.
Yeah,
it wasn't enough clips.
And after all the years, there are plenty of stories and just good times to reflect on.
We had a lot of fun times here. You know, I was able to come into my own as a basketball player here. I grew up as a young man. You know, raised a family here, man. A lot of fun memories up in here.
Everybody's back together. It's like the family's back together again, even the fans.
By halftime, one last memory, and the legends took the floor. And of course, those NBA championship trophies won here at the Palace on display, or up in the air like it was a championship night all over again.
Hey, I know.
It's packed. It's not a seat in there. Every suite sold out.
It was downright jam-packed inside the Palace. As many people were saying, it was like the good glory days when the Bad Boys were playing here. Of course, we know that this is an end of an era here at the Palace, but a lot of Piston fans are most definitely looking forward to the future, and that future is back downtown in Detroit. Reporting live outside the legendary Palace, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont, thank you much. If you need basketball at the Palace, you can see it later this week. The Globetrotters will be there. So
there you go.
There you go. You got that.
We'll catch up with you a little bit later in
cool.
sports. Thanks, Bernie. All right.
Since 6, we've learned police no longer believe a teen who was seen on surveillance camera being beaten has been abducted. This afternoon, he was walking near a gas station on Gratiot Avenue in East Point. A truck pulls up, man gets out, begins to attack the teen. The man actually body slams him here, and a group of men force the teen into the truck. Police say everyone involved knows each other, and according to the teen's mom, he is okay.
One of the students injured in a shooting at an elementary school in California has died. The shooting happened this morning at North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino. Police say 53-year-old Cedric Anderson entered the school, killed his wife, and shot 2 students before turning the gun on himself. One of the students, 8-year-old Jonathan Martinez, was killed. The other student, a 9-year-old, is in stable condition.
A win for hundreds of Troy residents fighting a new apartment building. Tonight, the city voted against the proposal. The 5-story building would have been built across the street from a subdivision. People in that neighborhood protested, calling it intrusive. This evening, the council sided with the people, voting 4-3 against that proposal.
United Airlines dealing with some not so friendly skies in the aftermath of one of its passengers being dragged off a flight. We'll tell you who took this man's seat on the plane and what's happened to the officer tonight.
Plus, sometimes officers back off in a car chase. Sometimes they don't. We'll tell you why a Pontiac officer rammed a suspect's car after he'd wrecked.
And she grew up in the relative comfort of suburban Metro Detroit, then chose an important but dangerous line of work.
She was on the front line. She crawled under fences. She sat with ISIS.
Next, the story of Serena Shim and the memorial that's helping her family cope with the questions that still surround her death. That's next.
Coming up tomorrow morning on Local 4 News Today, of course, we'll get you updated with weather and traffic, always on the 4s to get you out of the door.
Plus, sandwiches. So nice, they're serving them up twice. From the fresh bread to the ingredients, everything in between. Our Tasty Tuesday specializing in breakfast and lunch.
Sounds good. Plus, all of the morning's trending and top stories. Join us tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
Sandwiches so.
She was a Metro Detroiter who wanted to see the world and did as a journalist in the Middle East.
Journalism became her vehicle to get the truth out.
Now her work is preserved, honoring her life and dedication to her craft. Serena Shim was an international journalist.
Her life cut short by a fiery crash in 2014. Defender Kevin Dietz shows us how her work is being memorialized in Dearborn.
She grew up in Livonia, but her career took her to the Middle East, where she covered the war on terror. Officials say she died in an accident, but her family still has questions. To her family, Serena Shim was a sister, a daughter, and a mother to 2 children. To the world, she was a journalist. Her sisters and mother never want anyone to forget.
She's fearless, so I think it's an amazing opportunity that people can know what her journey was.
Serena's work as a foreign correspondent took her to Syria, Lebanon, and Turkey.
She lived the war with the people. She lived in Turkey for a year. She knew the people. She knew the plight of the people. She was on the front line. She crawled under fences. She sat with ISIS.
Her family says her reporting the truth about terrorists earned her many dangerous enemies.
And everything that she has said over the years, everything she has reported, going back even 5 years, how did she know? You followed ISIS before there was no ISIS. I mean, she literally sat in the tents that were supposed to be refugee camps. She was with the high-ranking members.
She died in a fiery crash in Turkey in 2014. Officials call it an accident. Her family wants a more thorough investigation. This display in Dearborn, now a place they can go and celebrate her life.
It's almost like I can visit her grave, but in real life that she's taken her place in history and she's from here. What a better place to be.
I think being able to see what somebody is able to do today and the kind of investigative reporting and work that she is able to do is a great inspiration.
They donated Serena's passport, TV credentials, and the iPad she did so much of her reporting from to the Arab American National Museum. They say that's what Serena would have wanted.
It's very bittersweet. I mean, as much as it is an honor, it hurts, and I miss her more than anything, so for me it's kind of hard to see, but it is an honor for my family.
We think that by living here in Metro Detroit, then working overseas as a foreign correspondent, her heritage really informed her work, I believe, and her decision to do that kind of work. So we really wanted to tell that story. It's a major part of people who want to stay connected to that part of the world.
Serena's family say they always knew she would make history. Now they work with journalists and social media to keep her story alive.
People are going to know what she did, and the people who don't know about her can educate themselves about her. But what makes me more happy is the fact that her kids lost a parent, and a lot of people lose a parent, but they don't have the opportunity to go to a museum and see what their mother did, or to even Google their mom and know that she was this great, powerful woman. So it makes me really happy for our kids too.
The Arab American National Museum says people are finding Serena's display very interesting. They say it's important to show artifacts from today to help tell the full Arab American story. Kevin Dietz, Local 4.
So nice that her accomplishments can be celebrated, but at the same time, you understand her family's frustration, not feeling like they know the truth surrounding her death.
And you can understand such a dangerous situation journalists are in there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. All right, Kevin Dietz is back with a look at what he's working on for tomorrow night.
Just days before the parole board will vote on whether or not to give white boy Rick a parole hearing, the officer in charge the day he was arrested is speaking out.
oh yeah, you got to watch this kid, this white kid here. He's always involved in stuff everybody knows.
He's speaking from his senior assisted living center in Ohio to finally set the record straight. 8 kilos and $35,000. So that's a big bust, right?
Hell yeah. It filled the front seat of my car.
Does Rick Wershe's arresting officer think he should stay in prison or be released? A Defenders exclusive tomorrow night at 11.
All right, there's been a lot of activity out there tonight. Ben's been watching it all night as it develops here.
Yeah, we get about 3 more hours or so before we're completely in the clear. The chances of seeing a severe storm are pretty limited. So that's good news. If we see anything, it's likely going to be just from a very brief straight line wind, possibly some severe hail. You can see just to the southwest that storms have been firing up within the last hour here between Fort Wayne and Kalamazoo. This area has not seen much activity over the evening hours, and now this is starting to move towards Detroit. It's sort of getting sandwiched in where the cold front is, and that's sort of the back edge of it right there. So as that front continues to march through, it's going to compress those thunderstorms here over southeast Michigan. And again, we've got the chance of at least seeing a brief severe storm, but it's not going to be a widespread outbreak. Right now, current temperatures still at 64 degrees here in Detroit, 62 out in Howell. Troy's at 64, and you can see where things are cooling off behind the front, where they're 52 out in South Haven. So that front's going to continue to move through the state, and as we get towards 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, everything should be pretty much out of here. Behind that, we'll dry out pretty quickly. We'll wake up to dry conditions in the morning, but mostly cloudy skies. Few more areas of sunshine tomorrow in the afternoon, and then high pressure settles in for the middle part of the week. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we're looking dry. Thursday, we're going to start out that way and then start looking for some showers to develop as we get later in the day on Thursday. But it is going to be a mild start tomorrow. Remember, average highs this time of year are pretty close to what we're going to see for lows overnight. 58 is what we're going to wake up to in the city. Southfield, Troy, and Warren be at 57 degrees. South zone, you'll see low temperatures anywhere between 57 at Onstead and 58 down here in Luna Pier. Not a whole lot of difference here in our west zone. Generally 50s, mid 50s out here through most locations. The big difference is going to be in our north zone. Already, you can already see the temperatures that we showed you in the current map. Definitely cooler here in Sanilac and northern parts of St. Clair County. And then you start moving to the south, and that's where we'll see those low temperatures closer to M59 in the mid to upper 50s. By the way, still have that flood watch in effect for Genesee, Lapeer, and also Sanilac County until tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. 64 on the high side tomorrow, a little bit more sunshine towards the tail end. And as we get to the 7-day forecast, temperatures cool down as that area of high pressure settles in on Wednesday and Thursday. We do start recovering temperature-wise towards the Easter holidays, but we also bring back the showers and storms, at least the chances of them, both Saturday and Sunday. So we've got a couple more hours tonight where we could hear some rumbles of thunder. But again, if we see any strong storms, they'll be very limited. And most of this is going to be garden variety stuff.
Okay.
Good news.
That's good, yeah. All right, Ben, thank you.
If I said, name a job that pays $100,000 a year, you'd be right if you said optometrist, financial advisor, but what about bus driver? Yeah, we'll tell you where in Michigan that's happening and how they pulled that off.
That's coming up, and by now you've seen this video of a man being removed from a United Airlines flight. Now new trouble for the people involved in this incident. That story next.
Winning. This video of a man getting dragged off a United Airlines flight is everywhere tonight. And new tonight, we've learned one of the officers involved has been suspended. United asked 4 passengers to give up their seats so that crew members could get to Louisville from Chicago. When no one volunteered, the airline randomly selected 4 people. This doctor refused to leave, so the officer threw the man to the ground and dragged him off the plane. The man suffered some minor injuries.
Weren't letting this guy get away after he drove off in a stolen SUV. Officers rammed into it, ending a chase in Pontiac. Well, this all started when they spotted the stolen Jeep at a gas station. The 16-year-old driver sped off, but eventually crashed into a tree. An officer drove his patrol car into the driver's door to stop him from running away. A 19-year-old passenger was also arrested. He was wanted in connection to a shooting.
According to U.S. News and World Report, the average bus driver makes about $38,000 a year.
So how are some city bus drivers in Lansing making six figures? Well, the Capital Area Transportation Authority, which serves the Lansing area, says 5 bus drivers made more than $100,000 last year. They simply racked up the overtime when other employees were absent. Those drivers received the same pay as a county administrator or circuit court judge.
Has worked for it.
Can't be mad at them,
No.
right?
Put in the
money
time.
is out there. Put it. That's right. Hi, Bird.
Can you handle a bus?
Of course.
Of course.
With
Handle a
no
big rig.
problem. Anything. With air brakes, double, triple trailers.
Hold on one second.
hazmat.
Tell Jimmy Fallon we're going to join in progress. Okay, no problem.